Hello, LegendAqua here for episode 9 of Idolmaster Cinderella Girls U149. In this episode, obviously, it's focused on Kaoru, mostly. So, the episode starts basically with Kaoru's, daily life, and we get to see, what her family situation is, and she is kind of a foodie in a ways because she helps her mum cook and basically cook for the entire family, and she really likes food. So, back with the producer, and he is talking with the higher-ups, namely the section chief, and let's just say that the producer wants to get a concert, no matter how big or small, and the higher-ups, let's just say that they're not buying it, in a ways. They're not convinced enough that U149 is basically good enough. So, back at the main base, and basically the producer just keeps on working as much as he can just to try and get this concert to work. And Kaoru, Mirai, and Arisu comes in, and basically Kaoru wants Arisu to, help with Kaoru's homework. And let's just say, with all the stress going on with the producer, he kind of, let's just say, he needs a break. So, it's basically beach episode. Yeah. And we get to see lots of hijinks from a lot of the U149 idols. But we do kind of see that Arisu doesn't like the summer heat, and she's kind of out of her comfort zone. But Kaoru does help her out, and then we just get to see a lot more stuff at the beach. And then, later on, basically, they need to make dinner, and Kaoru is the best cook there is. So, basically, everybody from U149 basically makes their own pizza. And then, let's just say that Arisu kind of gets into another problem, and Kaoru helps, or more or less fixes the pizza. In the meanwhile, the producer once again talking to the section chief, but due to the bad reception, yeah, he doesn't know what's going on with the higher ups, and basically makes a rain check for it. And overall, with Kaoru helping with dinner and everything, Kaoru does appreciate the producer calling him sensei in a ways, even though the producer doesn't want it because he's also stressed at the time. But overall, this little beach break excursion ends pretty well as Arisu does, overcome the summer heat, and the producer basically stops worrying because he was stressed out because he couldn't, convince the higher-ups at the same time. And we get one last scene, basically, due to the producer loosening up and everything, he puts his phone into his bag, and it starts ringing, and he doesn't pick it up, and it's from the section chief as well. And overall, the episode ends. So, what did I think about this episode? As I said at the start, it is mostly Kaoru's episode. Not a character development one, but it's more like we do get to see who Kaoru is. And considering for me, Kaoru is probably one of my least known idols within U149, it more or less helped. Obviously, she's a foodie, she's a cook, and she does want to help out others from U149, especially Arisu. as well as producer. I will take it there, because throughout this entire episode, Kaoru helps Arisu get out of her comfort zone, but also, appreciates what the producer's doing and is helping while the producer was stressed about the other stuff that involved the higher-ups. In terms of animation, basically, since this is Kaoru's episode, there's a lot of very good animations involving food. If the title of this episode is anything to go by. And yeah, again, the animation is, especially on the food, very good. Beyond that, you could call this episode basically a beach filler episode with Kaoru as the main focus. Yes, but also the fact that something is kind of happening with the producer in wanting the U149 idols to, be up on the higher stage, but the higher-ups aren't convinced at the moment. I think we are going to be tackling that in the next episode, especially due to the missed phone call from the section chief that the producer missed out on. That is definitely going to be a plot point in the next episode. So definitely something is brewing within this beach filler episode, so I will definitely take that. Beyond that, Kaoru character episode. On the other hand, beach filler episode. What did I think about it overall? It was alright. It was definitely alright. So, comment below what you thought about this episode, and I guess let me know. Beyond that, that'll do it for me. LA, out.